Greetings, fellow Earthlings, and welcome to part 3 of this Teutonic Order campaign from Medieval 2 Total War, and it seems that the HRE are making a comeback. Of course, this is an AI-only series where it's just bots versus bots sort of thing, and the HRE, they've lost a lot of territory lately to both Poland and Denmark, but now they've retaken Hanover. Is this the start of a comeback, or will it all continue to go wrong? I think it's all going to go wrong for them by the end, but yeah, it's good to imagine that they can come back. Come on, HRE, I believe in you. The Polish are trying again to retake New Stettin. Can they do it? They don't have enough soldiers in this army, I don't think, but if they bring in some reinforcements, I think it could fall. And then that's going to look very good for Poland, then they can concentrate fully on the HRE. Okay, maybe not a big enough of a comeback to start this video with, but yeah, Denmark have retaken it, so yeah. Back downhill for the HRE. They haven't fought this battle yet, but you know, let's see, can they win that? Now this is an interesting small turn of events here. The Polish are actually starving the HRE out of New Stettin, and it's down to its final turn, so yeah, could they actually be able to starve them out here? It's going to be interesting to see, but the Polish, they could do with some reinforcements, because that's not a big army. 4 stacks versus, you know, about 10 or something. That's not going to be good for them. They're going to need more troops. Oh, they did it. They actually did it. I really doubted the Polish in taking New Stettin there. It looks like they only had 1 troop survive at the end, but they did win the battle. The HRE must have had... They of course had a lot of stacks, but they must have been like really badly beaten and had a lot of peasant soldiers in there or something. That's what I'm guessing. So yeah, that's not good for them there. They're down now to the final 4 settlements. They've got one all the way over here, which I think they might have taken from the Polish. I can't remember, but yeah, this is not going to look good. Yeah, I don't know how long they've got left. Technology is advancing fast. You could once buy an organ in its full, but now there's a portable pocket edition of the pipe organ. The Russians, or Novgorodians, have finally taken the settlement of Olyist from the Teutonic Order. They're now down to the final 2 settlements, Dunaburg and this settlement here, which is a real thorn in Polish. Actually, I think I've made this joke already. Yeah, I made that joke in part 2, never mind. I was just about to make a comment that we are 30 turns into this episode and nothing has happened on the Russia, Lithuania, Poland and Mongol front down here. It's like being quiet for 30 turns and all of a sudden this diplomacy kicks off here. So, Novgorod and the Teutonic Order are at war again. They must have had a peace treaty that I missed. The Mongols and Lithuania are at war. Novgorod has broken their alliance with the Mongols, so it looks like... I didn't even know they had an alliance. I thought they were still at war. It doesn't always like show the diplomacy changes, or sometimes like they sign an alliance and they break it in the same turn, so it only shows that they broke an alliance and other weird stuff like that. It's really annoying, but that's how it is. Mongols and Poland have signed a truce, and this could actually explain some things. The Mongols became a client kingdom, so a vassal of Novgorod. That's interesting, that is. Of course, well done to the Mongols for breaking away and getting their freedom. Oh no. Have become client kingdoms. Right, so let me take a quick look at this. So the Russian... Oh, maybe it's broken now. Oh yeah, because they're at war, aren't they? Have they gone to war? Oh, this is so confusing, diplomacy. I don't have a clue what's going on. Right, something happened to do with vassals which got broke on the same turn. That's what I think happened. Yeah, whatever. Well, that got very interesting for a second round. Why have a Teutonic Order all the way down here? Like, surely they'll be defending their own land, which is under siege by the Russians. Okay, now things in the east are starting to kick off. Good, hopefully some changes to the borders start getting made. The Teutonic Order has almost completely collapsed. Dunaburg has fallen to Novgorod. The Teutonic Order are here with their last settlement, which is a real thorn in the Polish side, if you get it. Right, that's the third time I've made this joke now. Don't worry, I'll stop. Oh, the regicide just hit, I just saw it there. The Teutonic Order has lost all the generals, and now they've gone rebel. That's, well, they're dead, so I was going to say that's bad for them, but, you know, they're dead now, they don't care. Wow, the Teutonic Order. I did not expect for them to die in this episode. I thought they'll just be, like, clinging on with a few settlements until the end, but no, they're gone. The second faction to get destroyed. Wow. Norway was, of course, the first faction to die. Yeah, there we go. RIP Teutonic Order. So, where are the Polish going to go now? Where is anyone going to go now? Lithuania looks like they're going for the Mongols. Because they all... Poland, Lithuania, Novgorod, they all shared a common thing, that they were at war with the Teutonic Order, and that was what brought them together. Now that the Teutonic Order is out of the question, where are they going to go? As you can see here, the Novgorodis, they're not at war with anyone. They could go for Denmark, which would be a very interesting push to see. They could go for Lithuania, which I think that's what we're going to do, but they could also go for the Mongols as well. They've got troops down here, so... yeah, it looks like we're going for the Mongols. I think they could do it. Take a few settlements from them. The first army failed to take over this rebel settlement here. Wow, you could say this has been a real... never mind. Novgorod and the Mongols are at war. Yes, one settlement under siege already, and it looks like Chernigov is going to go under siege as well. This is going to look good for Novgorod. They're definitely going to take this settlement. They're probably going to take this one as well. Maybe even Chernobyl. Actually, I don't see the Mongols with any troops around. They're too busy fighting Lithuania. This is going to be interesting to watch, I think. And maybe Poland might go and try and take this settlement at one point. Yeah, bye-bye Mongols. It looks like they're going to be the next faction to get wiped out. The Mongols lost one settlement, Miglin, and immediately surrendered. They're now a puppet or a vassal to Novgorod. Wow, Novgorod still have troops here. Of course, Mongols, they do have a big garrison, but they probably thought they're going to lose this settlement, this one as well, so... yeah, they became a vassal, but I think that's only for the time being. I think the Mongols, once the Russians get out of the territory, go for Denmark or someone else, I think the Mongols are going to strike back and retake their territory. Or maybe not. Who knows? Right, the HRE had many years of quiet borders once it got down to these final 4 settlements, but now the Polish especially are really pushing through. They've got this settlement almost surrounded here. They're going to try and take that, I think. Eventually they've got troops scouting around at Potsdam, and also they've got a decent sized army next to Magdeburg, looking they're going to try and siege, I think. Turn 1, the Mongols broke it and are back at war with the Novgorodis. Ah, good luck Mongols, good luck. I wish you the best. I think they went to war with Lithuania as well. It's all or nothing for them, all or nothing. Oh, poor Russia. The Mongolian AI here, they're being smart. Just trying to play with Novgorod, just mess them about a bit, but you know, eventually they're going to start losing territory, and yeah, eventually the Russians I think will realise what the Mongols are doing, but yeah, it's like they're taking advantage of the fact that the AI is stupid. Can AI do that? Can AI take advantage of AI? Wow, we're reaching whole different levels of AI technology here. Come on Denmark, I know you want to. Kalmar has been rebel for about, well, since the start of the game. This is the only settlement you need to own Scandinavia, like the entire area of it. Come on, I know you can do it Denmark. Just try. I'm not even going to comment on this. You can imagine that this is going to happen now every single turn for the next 20 turns or something. That's how it usually works when this happens. Well done to Poland for taking Thorn. And Denmark... No, they're just not interested. Do I have any viewers from Kalmar? Does it smell down there or something? Because the Danish... They don't really seem to want you at all. I don't know what's wrong with Kalmar, but the Danish... They're not interested. Ooh, never saw that coming. Oh, bye-bye HRE. They lost Kloskra, and now Prague is under siege by Poland as well, with quite big armies, so they probably don't win there. And then Magdeburg as well, also under siege. Oh, it's only really Potsdam left, I think, in the next few turns. I never saw that coming either. Down to the final two. Come on HRE, the comeback should be now. Make the comeback. Okay, maybe you've lost another one. You've lost 3 settlements in the last 5 turns, but you can still do it. Do what Norway did. Well, Norway didn't make a comeback. Don't do what Norway did. Do the opposite to what Norway did. Start training some soldiers and spread out, invade some land. I believe in you HRE, you can do it. Denmark, really? You need 3 full stack armies to take Kalmar? Or is that 3 full stack armies just to watch it? I don't know, what's going on here? No, the HRE died. They got hit by the regicide, like what happened to the Teutonic Order. Ah, so they were the 3rd faction to die. And now we're down to just Denmark, Poland, Lithuania, Novgorod, and the Mongols left. Which faction will come out on top out of these final 5 factions? And all are really balanced right now. I'd say Poland is leading this, but you know, anything could happen at this point. Who's going to win? There's about another 100 turns left, just over. Who's going to get the win? Poland know where they're going now. Immediately declared war on Lithuania. They've fought on this side, now they're going to bring all the troops back and fight on this side out. If I was playing as Poland, I would have actually gone for Denmark, but you know, whatever the AI thinks is best, I guess. And good luck to them with it as well. Nope, never mind, they chickened out. Poland and Lithuania have signed a truce. Never mind. Denmark and the Mongols have signed an alliance. I did not expect it to go any other way. You know, they just seem like such a perfect fit. Denmark and the Mongols, and I believe that is it now. Denmark at some point has had an alliance with every single faction. Actually, the only faction alive that they don't have an alliance with right now is Lithuania. I love the Danish right now, they're so peaceful. Of course they killed Norway very brutally, but they had an alliance at one point, and yeah, they're playing some weird diplomatic game. You know, if this was Civ 5 or something, maybe this could result in a win, but too many alliances like this, they need to have some wars at least. If I had to take a guess at the next faction to die, it would be the Mongols. They've lost Turov to Lithuania, and now they're at war with the Mongols. At war with the Polish, and who's this? The Polish immediately sieged Pinsk, and they've got 2 big armies here. The Mongols have 2 big armies here, so I'm unsure how it will end, but yeah, it's not looking good for them. And so, what do? They immediately become a client kingdom or a vassal of Novgorod, meaning they get an alliance with Novgorod, and they had a truce with Lithuania. Still at war with Poland, but you know, they did that to save themselves. And my guess is we're going to war again next turn. Okay, Mongols, I know that you're an AI faction, but this is some really like dodgy playstyle here, almost like into cheating at this point, taking advantage of the AI like this. Come on, like this is getting mean now. They're just making fun of Novgorod and all the other factions. Immediately breaks their vassalship with Novgorod and goes to war with Lithuania. It's like they want to go to war with Lithuania, but whenever they do, Novgorod steps in and helps Lithuania. But and then they back down, realising they don't want to go to war with Novgorod. They make a deal with Novgorod, but that results in them having to make a deal with Lithuania, and it's just the same, back and forth, and I think that's their problem right now. That's what's causing all this, and it looks like, yeah, they're probably going to lose Liubalm to Poland here. Yeah, so they saved themselves here, but you know, there's a lot of Polish here, a lot of Lithuanians here. Pinsk, it's not looking good. Oh, it's a capital as well. Right, they might really put up a good defence here then, I guess, but I don't know. I don't think it would last long. And it seems like, I forgot to see this, of course, Lvov has fallen to Poland, so well done to them for taking that. They've realised they can't do it with Novgorod anymore. Novgorod have figured out what's happening, but now they've done it with Poland. They've become a vassal of Poland. That's hilarious. Oh, and with Lvov falling and Tver falling, the Mongols have actually been separated into two separate regions here, so that's going to be bad for them. They're not connected. That's never good. Denmark and Novgorod are at war. This is a front that I've really been wanting to see for a while now. I actually thought Denmark would do very well here, but it doesn't seem like it. They've of course got a big army there, which could save Reval, which is under siege right now, but yeah, they had more troops over here earlier. Maybe they lost a couple of battles quite brutally, and yeah, now they're at risk of losing these 3 settlements here. That's not good for them. And there we are. Reval has just fallen like that, and they've got 2 more settlements up here, but this one's under siege, and this one doesn't really have much of a garrison, so I don't think the Danish have long up here. Of course they're going to survive for quite a while. They've got loads of like settlements on islands, which the AI is going to struggle to get to, but you know, their empire over here, this is going to collapse, I think. The Mongols are just playing like some really annoying games with all the other factions right now. I think we're at war again. This keeps happening every single turn, and I'm not even commentating on it anymore because it's obvious it's happened every single turn since about turn 110. It's just war, they become a vassal, then they break the vassal, and then it's a war again in about... And it's just been like that every 3 turns, either with Novgorod or with Poland, and you know, Lithuania keeps getting involved as well. It's weird, but Lithuania, they're not happy with this. They've got a lot of troops around. They've got enough troops in here to take this settlement, enough troops here, I think, to well, keep this settlement from actually expanding. They've got enough troops here to take these 2. And then the Polish and Lithuania again, they've got troops to take this. So Poland, the Mongols, sorry, they could collapse in like 3 turns if the AI stay at war and play correctly. They could remove them in 3 turns, which makes sense why the Mongols are playing these really desperate, dodgy vassal games right now, where they're just trying to survive, like playing for time sort of thing, which, yeah, that's not going to be good for them. Although the breaking of the alliance between Poland and Denmark, that could be interesting, because they do share a very like strong long front here, which could cause this could get brutal at one point. So the fact that they've broken their alliance now, yeah, that could show signs of an early war about to start. And speaking of Denmark, for almost the entire game they've had an alliance with Novgorod, and then it collapsed, immediately almost resulted in war, and yeah, they lost their territory over here. They've only got 1 settlement left, Tosno, which is going to go soon, I think. Ooh, Lithuania has expanded and taken Pinsk, the Mongols' capital. Let's take a quick look. Yes, so they've of course taken this. And the rest of this Mongolian territory here, it doesn't look good. Guessing they've signed a truce. Yeah, they've signed a truce, but they'll be at war again next turn. It's not good for them. And there we go. The Danish have been kicked out of this northern Novgorod region here. They've lost Tosno. They've still got a few troops here, but you know, they've lost all settlements. Helsinki, well, not Helsinki. Finland with Abo. That's the closest to this region now. Denmark, they've got quite a big fleet, but they've got no infantry over here. That's a problem. A lot of boats, but no infantry. If war was to break out between Poland and Denmark, I think... Oh, it has! Oh, I didn't get that notification. So, I was about to say, Poland are going to win on land, but on the seas they're nothing because of how big the Danish navy is. And yeah, they're at war, and it looks like Poland could take Ulsan there. That would be interesting to see. This is the big war I've been waiting for. Poland versus Denmark, and of course Lithuania versus Novgorod is another big one I'm waiting for. I don't know if that's going to happen this series, of course it depends. But yeah, I'm happy to see this one. And Denmark, what are you doing? You've had all this time to take this settlement here, and you have not done it. Take these 3 armies and put them on the front. This army here, this army here, this army here, this garrison here, there's another army here, there's... no, never mind. But there's a lot of troops around. Put them on the front line. Stupid AI. Why do I record these? It just annoys me how stupid the AI is at times. The Mongols, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 settlements under siege by Lithuania. That's not a place you want to be at. If 4 out of your 5 settlements are under siege and could fall next turn, that's not a good place. They don't know how to sign a truce and become a client kingdom for a turn. And there we go, Chernigov has fallen. They seem to have beaten them back at Kiev, Zhytomyr, and... it's... Oh no, I thought they signed truce. No, that's Denmark and Novgorod which have signed truce, which makes sense. The Mongols... Yeah, they're still at war with Lithuania. They must have had 3 very good victories there. Well done to the Mongols there for forcing them back, but, you know, they've lost Chernigov, and I doubt they're going to make any gains with territory. And look, their banner strength was, like, quite high at one point, but now they've lost almost all their troops. They might have won this first round of mass sieges by Lithuania, but they don't have troops to survive a second, I don't think. And here we are at the end of part 3. Now, I kept coming back to this settlement here going, oh, when are the Polish going to take Ulsan? Did not even notice they had Hanover under siege. So yeah, they sieged that, they took it, and well done to Poland. So they're really expanding into Denmark now. They've taken this, we're probably going to take this, move up to Hamburg, maybe take Strasbourg as well eventually. They might start struggling when it comes to like landing over here. They can walk through, but you know, I think that's going to be a bit of a struggle for them. So yeah, this episode, it started off slow, but it's ended up turning out to be quite a good one. We've lost the Teutonic Order, and the HRE, and almost the Mongols as well. Massive changes to the maps as well, which is always good to see, and yeah, the Mongols, they're not looking good. This is not a sign of looking good. Yeah, they're doomed. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. I just very quickly want to check the territory of the remaining factions. So I'll just get all of these in here, and yeah, we'll put the Mongols in as well. So, in first place, if it was to end right now, which it's not, it's going to end at turn 250. There's going to be about 1 more episode, I think, or possibly 2 episodes, I'm still unsure. 1 or 2 episodes left. And yeah, first place right now is a draw between Poland and Denmark. They both have the same amount of territory at about 18, I think. In third place, we have another draw. Novgorod and Lithuania both drawing with 14 settlements, and then the Mongols all the way down here with 4 settlements. It's 4 on the map, but it looks like 5. Actually, it looks like 6 here, so yeah, maybe there's just a bit of a delay in updating this. Yeah, what I'm guessing is that there's a couple of turns delay, and they might actually be higher. I don't really know. I mean, lower for the Mongols, but for like Poland and Denmark, those might not be accurate to this turn. Either way, hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the Teutonic Order and the HRE just get destroyed, and the Mongols as well. But you know, they're still fighting on due to a few, due to them taking advantage of the AI like that. hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and of course share if you know anyone who will be interested in this AI only Total War sort of stuff. Hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.